Hey everybody, Brian here with BPS Customs, and you might be wondering, why are you upstairs? Well, today what we're going to try to do is get wired internet speed where we can normally only get wireless internet speed. And we're going to do that with the help of this, the TP-Link AV1200 gigabit pass-through adapter. So what I want to do before I get into testing this is I want to just explain a little bit about what pass-through adapters are and why they work. Now, your home is wired up with this. This is standard 12-2 Romex cable. It has basically 3 strands of solid copper inside. Now, solid copper can be used for conducting not only electricity, but for other signal as well. Now, what the Powerline adapters do is they take your internet signal and they route it through your copper wiring inside of your home between outlets, and they send it basically to wherever you put the other Powerline adapter. This means that you could theoretically have your cable coming in one side of the house on the upstairs, and then have your other Powerline adapter in the basement in the other corner, and have a fairly strong signal because it's actually being routed through a physical cable and not being broadcast over Wi-Fi. Where people actually might run into some problems is in older homes. Copper wiring like this does tend to degrade, and older wiring is not as strong and the signal is not as robust as newer construction. I'm kind of lucky, my house was built fairly recently. The cable inside of the walls is fairly new, should be a good conductor, and we're going to see how this Powerline adapter uses the cables inside the walls to broadcast signal from my living room down to my office. Now, Jay from Jay's 2 Cents actually did a great video on pass-through Powerline kits, which you could find linked in the video description here. He goes into a really great amount of detail as far as how he uses these the Powerline kits in his house. He has a big house, and I think he has like his wireless signal in one end of the house and his office on the other side of the house. So something like this is great. My uses are going to be slightly different. So the situation that I have in my house is that the signal comes in the corner of my living room, and my office is actually directly below it. Now, I don't generally have any problems with my wireless signal because of the proximity to my office. However, I do have a problem when it comes to getting signal to newly built systems, systems that I'm building for clients, systems that I'm building just for testing. If I don't have a way to get them signal, like a wireless card of some kind, what I usually have to do is use a USB stick. The signal is generally fairly poor, the speeds are slow, downloading drivers, downloading benchmarking programs, things of that nature takes forever. So I'm going to take a look at this, and we're going to see if this can do any better. Right now, I'm going to take you over to where I have the signal coming into my house, and I'll show you the dilemma that I have as far as getting signal downstairs to my office. Alright, so sorry for the shakiness of the video, but as you can see right here, I actually have my the corner of my living room set up as the distribution point for my wireless signal. Now this Belkin router does a really good job of actually getting signal throughout the house, and my office is actually directly below here. So a lot of times I do have decent wireless signal downstairs, but if I'm building a new system, a lot of times I don't have wireless functionality built into that system because I don't have a wireless card or anything like that, and I need ways to download drivers. So what have I been doing? I've actually been using a USB stick that provides temporary wireless, but it's slow. Signal's not that great. So what am I going to do? Am I going to drill through my floors? I'm pretty sure my wife wouldn't like that. So I'm going to use this outlet right here, and we're going to plug the Powerline adapter in here, and then we're going to go downstairs and we're going to plug one in down there, and we're going to see what happens. All right, well, that was basically the easiest thing ever. So this is installed. Let's go downstairs. All right, so we're at speedtest.net. We're going to test the Wi-Fi connection here and what kind of speeds we're getting from that. Once again, I am directly below my Wi-Fi router, so I'm not going to expect to get much better signal from the wired connection, but I think that's not really the point here. What I'm going to be using this for is for systems that don't have any internet built in, and I want to see if I could get at least comparable speeds to this Wi-Fi signal from the pass-through adapters. So I'm going to run the speed test and see how this comes out, and then we're going to run it with the pass-through adapter enabled and see how they compare. All right, so we've got 29 down and 6 up. That's actually a little bit faster than the rated speeds of my connection, which is supposed to be 25 by 5, but I'm not complaining. All right, so we've got the Powerline adapter all plugged in and configured. Please excuse the sloppy wiring for now. I did just kind of throw this together for the purposes of this video. And I know this is a very dark shot here, but you can see the lights on the side is all connected, and it's wired up to my computer. As you can see, it is plugged in. So same thing as before, we're just gonna run a speed test. We're gonna see how well this does. All right, check that out. 30 down, 6 up. Looks pretty similar to me. So do we have a conclusion? I think we actually do. This TP-Link AV1200 unit is actually something that's very serviceable for communicating internet signal from one room to another, especially in situations where you have a lot of walls in between or several floors or something along those lines, a weak internet signal, or you have a system that needs to stay connected. Basically, the goal of this was to see if this could be used as a substitute for installing an actual wireless card into a system. And for me, this actually does a great job. I can move this around. I could put it in any room of the house. I could put it in any of the outlets in my office. I could build systems and use this to wire them up to download drivers, software updates, things of that nature, benchmarking programs. So this is going to be actually a really great addition to my office and to the equipment that I have that I'm going to use on a fairly regular basis. So there you have it, guys. You know, if you're looking into trying to find a solution for your poor wireless signal, pass-through adapters are actually something that you should certainly take a look at before looking at things like wireless signal boosters and things like that. These are fairly inexpensive. You could get starter sets for anywhere from $50 to $70 or $80. So if you like this video, hit the like button, or get subscribed to the channel, or do both of those things and leave me a comment below. I always love to hear from people that are watching my videos. Feedback one way or another is always appreciated, unless you're gonna tell me I'm ugly or something. Also find me on Twitter at BPS_customs. I always like to hear from fans on there. I try to answer as many questions as I can as well. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.